Hola. It is 11 p.m. I think. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. And I am really tired, but I do have to crochet 6 granny squares for tomorrow. They have to have, I think, 5 rows, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 rows. They have to have 5 rows. And I have to get it done by tomorrow morning. So you guys are going to be here to help me stay awake. Hi, my name is... There's 3 people fronting. I was just trying to figure out what name I was going to say. We've got Yuma. We've got UTK. And we've got Hajime today. I think we also have got Tetsuya, but I'm not really sure. Yuma is a newer alter. Maybe we should talk about him sometime. But for now, granny squares. And romance, I guess, now that we're at it. So I know it's closer to Christmas, but I honestly feel like my brain is in Valentine's Day mode. It's in love mode because I feel like I'm gaining a lot of like strong potential romantic connections with people, just dating, putting myself out, trying things out to see if it works, and it's been going really good so far. I've been having some really nice conversations on Bumble, nothing too serious, which is okay because I don't know if I want anything too serious from someone I don't know yet. And then outside of Bumble, some of my friends have asked me if I want to be more than friends, and I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to date around and find out. Also, I think we could be on the polyamorous side just surely because of the amount of people in the system and the different preferences of the people in the system. I don't think it's actually possible for us to be strongly monogamous, because if we are, like, not everyone's going to be attracted to one person, so it's just going to be, like, a bit confusing. Strange, because the last time I was in this position, I was crying about the fact that I was limerent. And after I made that video, it seems like everything just stopped being so limerent, I guess. It's really magical. It's almost as if my brain said, you're trying to move on. You're ready to move on. So therefore you're ready to accept the love that is being given to you. And to that I say, thank you, universe. I am in fact ready to accept this love. I'm ready to be more than friends with people. I'm ready to just take things to the next level. That's exactly what I want. And I don't know, I'm happy. Also, I just finished 1 square, and if I can find my scissors, I could actually say I have a square completed. 2 out of question mark. Good morning. It's actually 11:51 a.m. I've been awake for a while, but I haven't really been able to film anything because life. Anyway, these are the 2 granny squares that I had made last night, and then I made this one this morning. As per my mom's instructions, she would like 2 of these squares in total and 8 of these squares in total. So that means I have to do 6 more and 1 more. Right. Oh, wait. I forgot that I was already in the middle of one. Oh my goodness. Wow, my brain's not working. Anyway, what is up, you guys? I have been wanting to do Vlogmas, but I haven't even finished editing my video. So I will do Vlogmas next year. Or some version of it, I don't know, whenever I'm more used to filming and editing videos. I guess I'm just not really that good at, like, filming important moments, so to say. I'm just not the type of person. I'm a very live in the moment person, very like have a lot of fun, chill out. Also, I'm sorry about the horrible lighting. I am trying to figure out how to film from this angle because I like to sit on my bed and crochet, but the lighting sucks, so it's a little bit hard to film whenever I'm sitting on the bed because it's against the window and it's against all the lights. And I don't want to use a ring light because I have extreme sensitivity issues. So what I'm going to try to do for these parts is I'm going to try to relight the video, but I don't know if that's going to work because my video editing skills are not very good. I forgot if I told you guys this yesterday, but ever since I filmed that video where I was very emotional about Kokoro and things like that, things have been looking up for me romantically. So I matched with someone on Bumble that I had really good vibes with in college, but we hadn't been talking since then. But I really do love the way they feel and the way they look, and it's pretty good. I think they're like me, where they're pretty slow at replying, but they're really cool. I love them so much, actually. Another thing, what else happened? Yeah, some of my friends who I'd have been having D&D group with, they're poly, and both Yamato and Kuroi, they asked me out on dates. It's like romance has been there all along. It's just that I just needed to say I'm going to let go of Kokoro. We might actually be collectively poly just because we have different interests in people, and we like people, and we like people differently. So maybe by the sheer nature of it, we are in fact non-monogamous, and there's really no problem with that. If it's not other people's if it's not other people's cup of tea, it's okay, but it's taking me a while to realize that maybe I might in fact be polyamorous. Communication is extremely important before starting anything, at least for me. Like, I think that people should communicate with each other. I think that all of your partners should know that you're dating someone. I think that if you are friends with, for example, like in my case, where you're friends with people they're seeing, and then you plan on seeing someone, I think it's best to talk to them. It's not only the partner's responsibility, but also like as a friend of the partner of the person you plan to have polyamorous relationships with, you should also talk to the partner. Like, I don't know, I have strong beliefs about that. My verbal communication skills kind of suck. Like, I'm working on it, but I'm not very good at like talking to people or conveying ideas, concepts very clearly. But I will always try my best to communicate, even if I'm not the most clear communicator, because I don't ever want people to feel like someone is keeping secrets from them or something like that, because I hate it when people do that to me. Anyway, I have 3 squares. I really like talking to the camera about these things. Romance is hard. Yeah, polyamory has always seemed like the most ideal option for us, I guess, as a system. Back in the pandemic, when we were exploring it felt strange. Like, at first, because we were very new to our own individual identities, whenever we tried to date someone, it just felt strange, because like someone that not all of us were into, but like only a fraction of us were into. Like, it was very strange because not all of us had made that commitment. Like, because the people in the system had been like, oh yeah, no, only some of us are going to date this person, and it was very, it was awkward. It was very weird because, I mean, it wasn't weird on the other person's end. Like, they were really sweet and kind about it, but it felt weird in our system because we didn't talk about it so much within ourselves that we had to, that okay, we're committed to this person in this way, this is how you differentiate romance and things like that. Like, we didn't really commit as a whole system, we just committed as a fraction of us. We had uneven consensus on how to interact with them. So that was really unfair for them, and it was hard for us because we didn't all collectively agree that we could be polyamorous, or that we could date someone who is polyamorous. Like, we weren't really, like, we struggled with the logic of dating, of polyamory when we were a lot younger. We weren't really open to the idea yet. Like, we knew that we don't have the same level of attraction to people because we're different. Like, that's the thing, like, about our system, I guess, is that we have different sexual orientations and different, like, perspectives on love. So some of us are lesbian. Like Kelsey, she's a lesbian, so she'll only really like women, or like feminine individuals. And then there's people like, I think Yuta K. Like, Yuta K is very much into masculinity, masculine traits, boyishness, things like that. Like, even though we have a couple of people who are pan, like I said, like with Yuta K, for example, he's gay, but he's into like guys with like softer features, like, so very gentle, soft features. And then there's other people like Ashton, who are into like men that are a little bit more like muscular, or a little bit more like, are a bit on like the taller side, a little more like, I guess, like, I don't know, like, we have different types of interests, which makes it very difficult to come to a collective consensus. The way that I want to do polyamory, or the way that I believe polyamory should be done, is always get the okay with your partners, communicate who you want to date, communicate what your relationship is with the person you want to see, things like that. What makes cheating is secrecy. So you always have to be very open and clear with your partners, that you are seeing someone, and how do they feel about the situation. Checking on them, like, to me, checking on them, like, how do you feel about this aspect of a relationship? What do you think about moving forward in this way? Wow. That was an interesting switch. Hi, I'm Yuma. Nice to meet you. I don't think I've ever really shared friends. I don't think I've ever really spoken in general. I'm usually co-con with people. I still co-con with someone because I can hear like Yuta's thoughts swirling around my head. But yeah, hi, my name is Yuma. They also call me Horse because the second part of the Yuma. So there's two parts of so Yuma is a Japanese name, Yu, which I think in my case means bravery, and then Ma, or Uma, which means like horse. And I actually quite literally am a horse or a donkey, something like that. The point is that I have like horse ears and like a tail. I also like this jumper that we're wearing. I like this skirt overall and this jumper sweater thingy that we're wearing. It's a little bit scratchy, but it's Yuta's sweater. So we bought it when like Yuta K was like fronting a lot last year. And as a result, like it kind of, I think it has like sentimental value for us. So like we cannot get rid of it. Oh my God, I'm talking so bad. Like, the other people who are gonna be editing this video are gonna be like, Yuma, you can't talk. And I'm like, yeah. I can't, obviously. I'm a Yuma Urata interject, of course. What's gonna come out of my mouth is Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm giving myself so much cringe and I haven't even been fronting for that long. God, what a loser. Okay. Oh, Mr. Urata. My last name's not Urata. My last name is actually like Yamada. Yuta Yamada. Yuta? Yuma Yamada. Sorry. Like, I wanted to choose the name Yuta at first when I came in, but we have a Yuta. We have a Yuta, and he's great. I love him. He's very cutie. He's so cutie. He's so the couples lover boy. I'm a heathen. Hi, my name is Brave Horse Mountain Rice Patty. So I really want to do like an episode one of these days of like system names and what they mean. My brain is stressed and I'm falling apart. Hi, my name is Hajima. I don't know why I'm doing an introduction when I'm already in the middle of filming. I guess I just wanted to reintroduce myself. I guess it's becoming my catchphrase, kind of, to just say, hi, I'm Hajim, and welcome to today's video. It's very interesting to me as a system how with other systems, their voices are very clearly defined. For our system, sometimes our voices can become blended. So, like me, for example, even though my default voice doesn't really have an accent, there have been clips of me where I sound like I'm Tetsuya just because Tetsuya is somewhere in the background. Things like that. Or something that happens a little bit more commonly when I'm co-con with my brother Yuta. Sometimes we'll just sound like Yuta or sound like me, even though we're co-con. Sorry, I got quiet for a little while. You're still filming, but it was more just like a very floaty conversation in our head. It happens to us sometimes. So hi, my name is Yeri. It's nice to meet you. You've already met me, actually. Hold on. Why is the yarn barf like this? I don't understand this. Why are there scraps of yarn inside the ball of yarn? That's incorrect. Hello. My name is Yukio. Sorry, we're very blended today because we're kind of tired. We stayed out quite late last night because my mom is proctoring an exam. But she wants me to finish 8 granny squares today because she wants to show to our neighbors the granny squares and if the neighbor is okay with the granny squares for covering the chairs. It's very difficult for me to finish with the granny squares today though because I am kind of tired. For now, I will not take care of the ends because I don't want to do that. I want to keep on making squares because I kind of am on a rush. I have 4 squares now. I just need to make 4 more. Actually, I just need to make 2 more of these color change ones. And then I need to make 1 more of this solid red. But first I have to deal with this skein of yarn and that means I have to wind it on my hand. I have a ball of yarn instead of an explosion of yarn. And now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I can make a solid granny square out of it. So maybe I will attempt to make a granny square out of this. I have another square done. Also, I am going to probably run out of storage space, so maybe I won't film me crocheting anymore. I'll just film whenever I finish a square. I am checking papers, and I don't like doing it, so I want to make a video while I'm checking papers so I don't go insane. Hey, what is up, you guys? My name is Hajime, and today's video is about university. When I was a student, I sucked at university. I didn't really pay attention in class much. I doodled a lot more, especially when I was in my first year. I just kept drawing and writing stories in class, which, don't be like me. In my second and third year, it was the pandemic, so I really didn't like online class, and there was a point in time where I just straight up didn't go to class because I forgot that class was a thing. We actually did better at our humanities classes, or our elective classes, than the actual classes that we need. I was okay with group works up till a certain point where my mental health became so bad that it was really difficult for me to even push myself to do group works. I didn't want to be a bad group mate, but I still feel like I was a bad group mate, low-key. It's not something that I'm proud of. I'm laughing because it's embarrassing. I'm surprisingly a better student now that I'm not in college anymore. I guess it's because I had kind of 2 years of doing nothing before I started my Japanese class. So I'm actually doing pretty decent. Obviously I'm not the top of my class, but I pass my classes now. I really wish I did college differently, but at the same time, I'd like to think my journey is my own because of what I went through in college, which isn't, by the way, necessarily the school's fault, except for that one teacher that was an absolute prick during one of the worst times I ever had. I drank coffee and ate an egg salad sandwich. I know it's 9 p.m., but I literally cannot focus, so I feel like I need the coffee to keep me alive. I want to go back to Japan. I think my dream job is to work remote but live in Japan, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I really want to live in Japan or if I just want to live somewhere quiet, because I just don't like the city. I have sensory issues every time I go outside. But also, I've probably discussed this before, my support system is here, and I'm currently seeing some people here, so as in dating people here. So it would probably not be a very good idea for me to leave. See what I feel like a year from now, because I really thought that I was going to go for a teaching job in Japan. I thought I was going to apply for the JET program, things like that, and then I just didn't, because I realized that I was going to Japan for the wrong reasons. I don't want to check my papers anymore. I'm going to go and crochet. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making some granny squares because for some reason, my brain is addicted to the motion of just making giant granny squares. The square is really small. I need to make it bigger so it matches the rest of the standard squares. Yeah, here you go. Here's the giant granny square. I say it's not even that big, but it is considerably bigger than standard granny square size that I usually make. I don't even know why I made it so big. All I know is I have to make granny squares for my mom, and I really don't want to make granny squares for my mom. I just want to make granny squares for myself. I just want to make giant granny squares, use up yarn, just gremlin mode everything, because why not? It's so funny because the standard granny squares have 4 rows and a single crochet border. This already has 4 rows, and it's clearly a lot smaller. It's amazing what a difference in hook size can do. I do have a small yarn, like something that requires something smaller than a 2.5 millimeter hook to use. I guess I could make granny squares out of that, but that also sounds like a really bad idea. I've only ever made a granny stitch cardigan. I haven't actually made a granny stitch sweater. And I probably should make a granny stitch sweater. Especially one for Yuta, because Yuta likes sweaters. Although Yuta probably wouldn't be a granny square person, like you'd probably have to make him a striped sweater. It's 9 p.m. and my brain wants to take a day off, but circumstance says you are not supposed to be taking a day off. Also, this square is either too big or too small, and that's really annoying. Well, it's okay. It's my fault for wanting to use a smaller hook size for this. I like the color orange, so I really like this square. No, I'm not going to continue working on this giant granny square. That's not what I want to do. I want to check papers. Oh my god. Yes, my mom only has 25 students in this class, but also a good number of this test is multiple choice, and I'm checking the multiple choice items, which doesn't sound hard, but it is kind of insane when you're checking papers at like the dead of the night. You know, sometimes I think about how there are things that are absolutely adorable when you're conventionally attractive, and that are absolutely trash when you're not conventionally attractive. Like, sometimes I think about it a lot because I have like layers of dysphoria. Sometimes I actually am extremely dysphoric, and I think about like, what if I was a conventionally attractive guy? I think maybe I am charming, but it does take a while for me to become charming because I'm kind of shy, and I'm not really like, I'd like to say that I'm polite to people, but I'm not always like sweet or thoughtful or even perceptive of people until I get to know them. Too many test papers. I just felt a really sharp like sensation at the top of my head, which doesn't really feel good. So I think I'm gonna stop checking papers. I cut my hair last night, and some of the curls are still there, even though I slept and rolled around. So maybe my hair does hold more curl than I remember it to hold, and that's very interesting for me. I curled my hair last night. I just wanted to like try it out, mess around with it, because Patrick was fronting. For context, I guess I can try to post a photo of Patrick here, one of our altars. He's got really curly hair, and we've always tried to achieve Patrick hair, but have never been successful. I mean, I like the texture that it has, but I don't like that some of it has decided to stop being curly, and like half of it is curly and half of it is not. But anyway, I digress. I don't know what to do with curly hair. We are grading papers. I am going to check the multiple choice items. Throughout curling my hair, I realized that I actually really love the natural texture of my hair. I love curly hair. On other people, I think it's really cute. Even on myself to a degree, but on other people, especially like people who have naturally curly hair, it looks so gorgeous. I don't know, I just love textured hair in general. Like, I love the way afros look. I love the way the spiral curls look. I love swavy hair. I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. Styling is amazing because styling can really help you express yourself more, which, I mean, like, yeah, that's why it's called styling. But also, it's just so amazing to be how different altars will express themselves differently. And the more that we're open to the idea of us expressing ourselves, the more like us we feel. And that's really amazing. I don't know. I fixed my hair since I'm going to be filming a little bit today. The curls are curling-ish, kind of. I don't know. I still don't know if it actually suits me, but I really like it, and it makes me feel good about myself. I don't know. It makes me try new things. And I don't know. I feel really confident when I'm able to try different things with my hair. And I don't know, I just felt like I needed a change, and I didn't really want to dye my hair because I really liked the red, but I felt like the kind of straight red hair was kind of throwing me in for a loop. So I guess for a temporary change, this is okay. Yeah, I look amazing. I don't know, I feel a little bit like garbage, but I look amazing. It might be a hot mess look, but I feel good in it. Also, I have this extreme urge to do my makeup suddenly, which is so funny because I don't do makeup very well. I know Hajime does makeup, but I am terrible at it. So I guess Hajime is right about eyeliner, although I don't think he does the same type of eyeliner like this. This is the eyeliner I know how to do, because when I did our makeup a lot, we were in college and had acting class, and I didn't know how to do bottom liner, so I always did top liner. So I guess this is what our eyeliner always has looked like whenever I'm fronting. Hello, my name is Hajime, and a couple of days ago I started thrifting some clothes. Online thrifting, by the way, because I don't really have the energy to do in-person thrifting. Maybe I will do in-person thrifting one of these days, but not today. Anyway, like I was saying, I did some thrifting, and I didn't film the first time I opened my online thrifted packages because I didn't think it was that interesting of things to open, but I'm more comfortable filming things now, so let's open some packages. The first one is this top. I didn't know it was going to be a crop top, but let's try it on. Well, it's a crop top. I'm gonna have to wear a shirt over this, under this, or something. This is not what I thought it was, but that's okay. This is what it looks like. I mean, I can get away with it if I wear something high-waisted, but if I wear something low-waisted, a lot of my body is going to be exposed, and I'm not really a fan of that. Actually, just a lot of my body is being exposed right now, and as someone who's not really friends with his body, I am the wrong altar to be trying on this kind of stuff, but I digress. Anyway, let's open another package. This one's cutie. It's a little shirt. It's very nice. I didn't know it was puffy sleeved, but I think it's pretty. Here's what it looks like on. Cutie. Next package. Here. Skirt. I know this one. Let's try her on. I don't know if these two items go along well together, but this is what the skirt looks like with the top that I just bought. Alright, next package. Okay, that was not fun to take out of the package, but this is the dress. Ooh. Actually, really fun dress. Kind of asymmetrical. Don't know how I'm gonna show this to you guys, but I'm gonna put it on. As Hajime, this dress scares me a little bit because it's quite feminine, and I'm not a very feminine alter, but I can appreciate an asymmetrical, beautiful dress when I see one. And I also really like the fact that it has padding, and it's not like the top that I tried on earlier that feels like it's going to fall off my body. It's actually pretty secure. I can see why some of our more feminine presenting alters like Tetsuya would really love this dress. I can really see Tetsuya and Yuma wearing this dress. They'd find it very fun. I feel a little bit too feminine right now, but it's okay. One last package. It's got color corrector. Never tried a color corrector pencil. This looks cutie. I'm gonna try it. And I didn't buy the color corrector pencil, by the way. It came with the package. Here's what the package is. It's a little sheer top. I'm gonna put it over my dress because I feel exposed in my dress. Also, this is absolutely phenomenal. Like, I like this shirt. This is my style. So this is what I mean by the people in the system have different sense of style. We really should do Alter Stylist video, except that we can't control who fronts. I mean, it kind of can, but it's really not good for our psyche to do that. Like, normally, to control whoever's fronting, we have to, like, force someone out and force people in, and that's not good. Ignore the dress underneath it. I'm still wearing the dress I was wearing. But this is what the shirt looks like. It's a little bit long on me, which I really like. We all really like long stuff. Also, hi, my name is Yukio. I've switched in. It's so nice to see you guys again. I haven't been fronting for a while, but it's so nice to be able to film videos. I hope you enjoyed everyone's company. I'll do a little spin. Also, wait. I wanna show you the dress. I wanna actually look at the dress because I know when Hajime was wearing the dress, he was having a really hard time because it's kind of feminine and it's not his style. But hold on, I really wanna twirl in the dress a little bit. I just wanna see it like as is. It's really beautiful. Yay! Oh, it's so cute. Look. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can tell. It's I'm sure Hajime showed it to you, but it's really pretty. I feel like a prince in this dress. This is so nice. I'm damp because I just took a shower. Let's open more packages. This is a cutie mesh leopard print top. I didn't button it all the way, but it looks really cute like this. The fabric feels very nice. It's not hot at all, even for a long-sleeved item. I could wear it with some jeans, maybe some black pants or a skirt or something. I feel like my name is Yamato, and I am in a comedy group. Except that I am not Yamato. My name is Hajime, and I'm not funny. Let's open another package. White lace coquette top. I'm gonna go ahead and say Yuma bought this. It's long sleeve though, which is nice. Okay, like I was saying, it's very cute, very Yuma. It's exactly his kind of thing, like long sleeves, mini floral print. They would look really good on this. This is Yuma's dress. We've had it since before Yuma came into the system, but this is very him. See, this is what I mean by Yuma would make this outfit look good, but because I'm Hajime and I stand like I'm a guy, which I am. I mean, I stand like a gremlin.
it feels a bit strange in me. If it's Yuma or Yukio, they would look really good in this outfit because they would stand like appropriately. They wouldn't be like this. Last package. I don't know if this is the last package that will arrive or if this is the last package for the day. My god, this person crochets because this is yarn. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I love this top. It's black and it's long sleeves. Oh my god, this top is really sexy. Oh, I love it. Okay. I don't know if this is flattering, but it sure looks good. I would wear this if Yuma wears jeans with it. Though I feel a little bit more like a burlap sack with this than with the other one. Maybe I just need the color. Maybe it's the color, maybe it's the way it sits on our body. I don't know, I feel like a burlap sack. Oh my god, you guys. This is the sexiest top. Look at her. Oh my god. So sexy. Guys, I feel complete in this top. Okay, they're different shades of black. I don't know if you can tell, but I love it anyway. Cutie. Okay, that's enough trying things on. I'm getting sleepy and I just really want to edit my videos. So, Hajime out.